In a world where there are many species walking the earth, there is a new breed that are found predominantly in the realm of Zoom Court. This breed is slowly taking over and are beginning to start major issues. Although this breed is seen throughout the country, it has been reported that the population has been seen to migrate to the Michigan area. Time Served has made it his mission to raise awareness and will not stop until this breed is exposed and brought to justice. This kind has no name, but maybe you can help by posting a title for this species that judges all over are trying to eradicate. Within this video, you will see the characteristics of this breed and what may set them off. So sit back and try to relax and remember you were warned.
Wow. Major work, 400,000. Hey, I like living ready. 8 bedroom. 6. What? Trying to damn water wrong. You got water? She never got that well. You getting that too since she left. Kids running the house. Fucking blow my caveman.
What an 8 bedroom up for 630?
6 bedroom.
For 600, 830?
400,000.
400,000. You think that's worth it?
Aretha Franklin.
Oh, that's worth it. That's only worth because it's historic. That's it, though. But if you do the new modern look, do it the modern look, it's worth way for that. You make it modern with other touches on that shit. That's what I do. I don't do plumbing though.
Okay, thank you for your patience, Mr. Cox. Okay, one moment. I just wanted to let you know, Mr. Cox, that you're being recorded and what you say could be used against you. So today's just a arraignment date. You have an attorney to speak on your behalf. So we're going to go through the arraignment process. If you have any, wait one moment. If you have any questions about the bond conditions or the arraignment, you can ask the court. Any other legal questions, you can ask your attorney.
I'm not the attorney didn't even tell me I had a bond. They didn't even tell me none of this shit.
Well, Mr. Cox, watch your language. And you don't have a bond yet, sir, because we're just about to go through the arraignment. I haven't given you any bond. So there is no bond. That's why they didn't tell you anything. Watch your language, please. So, Mr. Cox, please state your full name, sir.
Keapa Cox.
Thank you. And what you're here for is regarding case number 230446210, People State of Michigan versus Keopa Cox, also known as Keopa Cox, Keopa Lee Orlando Cox, Dantes DeAndre Cox, Keopa Lee Orlando Cox. Appearance, please.
Can I speak, sir? One moment. DPD.
One moment, please. One moment, Mr. Cox. Court, waive formal reading, enter plea of not guilty. Mr. Cox, the court scheduling a pretrial date via Zoom. You must attend on July the 6th. That's a Thursday, via Zoom, 8:30, 36th District Court, Judge Bryant. July the 6th, Judge Bryant. I see that. And you want your file marked medical, Mr. Cox. I see that you're pointing to an injury, sir. So,
I have a fracture back. I have a fracture back from.
Okay, Mr. Cox. Mr. Cox, please, we'll get through this and I'll answer your questions. Please mark Mr. Cox file medical for the injuries to his back. Please let him see a nurse, DDC.
No, I want to be released. I have not did anything. I'm here on a misdemeanor, not on a felony. I have a misdemeanor.
Understood. Not guilty, please enter. Mr. Cox, you're going to have to be quiet during the arraignment. I'll give you a chance, but now's not the time to speak. Just be quiet, please. Appearances. Did we? Not guilty is entered. Waiving formal reading. Anything as to bond? Okay. As to bond from the people.
I don't know what's going on.
Asking for some sort of bond in this matter. We do this information based on looking at the lien that there was an order entered for Mr. Cox in 2019 indicated involuntary hospitalization or
I just got out May 3rd.
Or disposition. And then you also said this person is a person requiring treatment because the individual.
I just got out May 3rd, Judge. Out of Wayne County.
For what?
Your Honor, you stand.
Okay. Any response from the defense? Anything as the bond?
Your Honor, I respectfully ask for a very nominal bond. I was going to ask for the court to mark his, to ask DDC to mark his, biomedical. I know that you already did that, thank you for that. So I would ask respectfully for a very nominal bond, Your Honor, here in, we hope that Mr. Clark can get, the treatment or, that he needs.
Thank you. And is there any bond he can't afford?
What about, I forgot the brand, but it's like, what they call it? I don't know, it's like.
Okay, so Mr. Cox, this is a very serious assaultive allegation. You have no capious history or prior criminal convictions the court's aware of. I've taken into consideration your ties to the community, employment status presented by counsel as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as I've reviewed the information alleged in investigator's report and taken into consideration possible mental status and disorder as indicated by the people and counsel as it relates to the concerns the court has regarding the safety of the public.
I just beat my case May 3rd, May 1st. I just beat my case May 1st. Just got out May 3rd with Wayne County. He was the same lawyer that seen me to do in jail from April 15th. I was locked up April 15th to May 1st. And I got out May 3rd on tether. And I beat my case on May 3rd. And they released me on tether. I have my own
And so
attorney.
the people, okay, thank you, Mr. Cox. One moment. And the people and defense, you're asking for a nominal 10% bond as well? Both parties. Okay, so the court's following the recommendation from both parties. The court, sir, based on your mental status presented by APA as well as counsel and given the information alleged in the investigative report, which there does lean towards a likelihood of conviction. And this is allegation the court finds extremely serious. So the court will set a nominal bond in the amount of a $3,500 10% bond.
What that? I don't have enough to pay. You made me lose my job last time. And I missed my visit with my kids. I was just locked up April fucking 15th. Got out. Man, went to court May 1st, bro. Got out May 3rd.
Okay.
I just beat a assault case.
Watch your language.
I just beat a assault case. I just beat her. This is not a felony. This is a misdemeanor. Why is my bond so high? Can you call my lawyer? Summer Brush, 313-418-6061. Named Summer Brush. And Mark Presida. There was the court attorney of lawyers, court appointed lawyers that they were presenting me. I lost my job fucking April 15th, all the way to May 1st.
Watch your language, Mr. Cox. The court is scheduling, and this is unaffordable, counsel? An unaffordable bond on May the 11th. That's going to be at 9 a.m. via Zoom in front of Chief Judge McConicle. That will be an unaffordable bond redetermination hearing. And Mr. Cox, you only attend that if you're unable to post bond. You're always attend the July 6th date.
I don't have nobody to pay a fucking bond for me.
This is intentionally unaffordable based on the concerns the court has regarding the safety of the public. And Mr. Cox and counsel.
So you can put their hands on me. You do that shit because I'm African and you Chinese? That's why you being racist? Because they put their hands on me. I'm not safe here. I'm fearing for my life inside of Wayne, inside of Mound. They flipping me, putting their hands on me.
Is there,
do you
Mr.
not get that
Cox,
shit? They put their hands on me inside these buildings. They got camera, they got video. They slammed me with handcuffs behind my
Mr.
back.
Cox, is there a phone number you want the court to call? Is there an attorney you want the court to call to let her know this court date?
Yes, because y'all railroaded me. You railroaded me. You know I don't have no money because you got me fired from my fucking job. 313-418-6061. Summer Brush. That's a
Summer Brush?
Yes, Summer Brush.
Okay,
That's a court
313, wait, Mr. Cox, you want us to call 313-418-6061?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Madam Clerk will call that number and we'll let her know of your upcoming court date.
No, that's not my
Anything
lawyer.
further from the people?
She's a court appointed lawyer. She fucking helped me with my bond. She just beat my case May 3rd. I just got out of Wayne County May 3rd. I do not have no money to pay no fucking bond. Come on, man. I don't. I'm asking for help. I'm asking for help because they put, yes, it is. See the wounds. Look at my wounds. My wounds is right here. Look at my wounds.
Okay.
My whole leg is numb. I cannot feel my left leg.
Okay, and your file's being marked medical. The arraignment is concluded unless you have any questions about your court date or bond conditions. And Madam Clerk is making a phone call and going to let the attorney know of that new court date. if she's on it. I don't have anything in a file that she's appointed on this matter, but we're making a phone call regardless. She's not appointed on it. I'm not appointing her on the case. I'm just making a phone call at your request. All right, thank you, DDC. Good luck, sir.
Some characteristics include rudeness, stupidity, hard of hearing, and confusion, as we can see from these defendants caught in the wild.
We are on the record in 2022, CR 180, State of Kansas versus Levita Joe Reeves. The state appears by and through Ms. Jill Gillette, Greenwood County Attorney. Ms. Reeves appears in person, in custody, and per se. Is this just a motion to revoke probation, Ms. Gillette?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have her attorney here?
She doesn't have an attorney, Judge, because they just did a warrant and then she was arrested.
Well, I see she was last here, December 13th, 2022, with Attorney Fogler. And there was three negotiations, and she pled guilty to count 2, which was violation of a protection order, and she was sentenced. So we're all, okay, motion to revoke probation. I see. So Ms. Reeves, the state is wanting to revoke your probation on the grounds that you failed to pay your costs and fines as directed, having a balance.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you at all. Your list completely unclear. I totally can't hear you. Seriously, I'm being for real.
I understand. I've been being.
I cannot hear you, Judge Webster, honestly.
Deputy, is there anything you can do?
You are very quiet in the jail, Judge.
And there's nothing you can do to turn that up?
The computer is on max. It was this way with the last 2 hearings.
Like completely maxed out.
Missy, do you want to look at this again?
I don't know what to say. Judge Webster, honestly, we can't hear you. We honestly can't hear you anymore. Oh boy. She's missing.
Yeah, she turned her camera off so that she can try to adjust her.
She completely is missing.
Ms. Gillette, is that any better? Or deputy, is that any better?
It's the same, Judge.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Judge Webster. I'm sorry.
Any better?
It's a little better, but still quiet.
Deputy, is that any better at all?
Not really, Judge.
She's been muffled all afternoon. I don't know what's going on with her. Normal system is not working normally.
I'm not to laugh.
Say it. Is this any better? Can you hear us?
It's still the same.
How about now?
That's a little better, maybe?
Any better at all?
No. Nothing's resolved.
Probably this
What if I just disconnect from that?
Okay, I got it connected. So speakers.
So you can hear me now?
Yes, I think so.
Is this any better? Can you hear us?
So, no.
Yes, that's better.
All right, now can you hear me, Miss Reeves?
Yes, Judge.
All right, had to change locations, but we'll make this work. So still on the record in state of Kansas versus Levita Joe Reeves, Greenwood County case 2022 CR 160. Ms. Reeves, you're here because the state has filed, as I was saying, a motion to revoke probation. They are alleging, first of all, that you failed to pay court costs and fines as directed, and that you have a balance of $263. They're also saying you violated your probation by failing to report as directed on February 13th, 2023. They're also alleging that you left the jurisdiction without permission from your court service officer on January 12th, 2023. Probation. They are saying that at the time your whereabouts were unknown. And that would have been May 9, 2023. So just today, but apparently it didn't take them long to find you.
Apparently.
Apparently. All right, so you do have the right to an attorney and the right to a hearing on this. So do you want to hire an attorney or apply for court appointed? You can waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself, but you certainly have the right to an attorney.
Is that a question? Would you like my answer, Judge
Yes,
Webster?
it is. Yes.
Yes, it's a question, and yes, you would like my answer at this point, Judge Webster?
Yes, Ms. Reeves.
Is that okay with you, Gillette?
You need to answer the judge as to whether or not you need an attorney.
I'm asking you and Judge Webster at the same time, making it abundantly clear to everybody present live. Yes, correct? Jill Gillette, County Attorney.
All
And
right,
Judge
Miss
Webster.
Reeves, Miss Reeves, now come on. Just answer my question. Do you want an attorney?
I would like to file for court-appointed attorney, Judge Webster and Jill Gillette, County Attorney, with, I believe I would need paperwork to do so.
Well, you can fill out a paper or you can answer a few questions and we can decide if you qualify probably pretty quickly.
Wonderful. That sounds like a great idea, Judge Webster.
All
Thank
right,
you.
you're welcome. Are you employed?
Not currently, but I believe at this point in time, I will be self-employed from this point forward until I just die.
And you've been unemployed for how long?
I have been unemployed since November 1st of 2022.
Okay. I will appoint an attorney. Her name will be Shannon Cooper.
Got it. I believe I found her card
Mhm.
upon my arrival to the Greenwood County Jail.
That looks like the card I'm
It
familiar
looks
with.
just like this right here. Shannon L. Cooper, attorney at law, 316-833-1154.
All right,
Andover, Kansas, because I have actually been in her office.
very good.
Very
Judge.
wonderful. Very wonderful.
Yes.
I
Miss-
don't know if she can take this case. I think there may be a conflict because I believe Mr. Favre was appointed last time.
What about M. Blake Cooper?
Well,
He would
what
have a
does that-
conflict too.
Okay, so they have some,
Oh, well,
oh, hang on, please. So,
I'm hanging, believe me,
right.
relentlessly, Judge Webster.
okay, Missy, did the Coopers have a conflict?
I believe so.
That's
I
why
believe
we
it was
went-
a yes, because it's has to do with the victim in this case.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, I will reappoint Joseph Favre to represent you if he will take the case. He's not taking as many cases for us as he used to.
Okay, but Judge Webster, I do have something to reply to that.
Go ahead.
Is that all right that I reply?
It is.
Well, you see, Joseph Favre held my case when I was transported, moved, housed in Elk County due to lots of conflict here in Greenwood County. So therefore, Judge Webster, I'm not acting, I'm being so absolutely 200 million% positively correct when I say this, that the system has failed. But here I am. So if Joseph Favre is okay to take this case, we are gravy.
Okay, so he's not part of the system failure that concerns you then?
Okay. Why did you ask that question? I said he was part of the, I'm sorry.
Well, you started out telling me that the system had failed as a result of,
Okay. That's irrelevant, Judge
All right.
Webster. Do we want to go into this right now, or this is first appearance? We're trying to get an attorney.
All right, well, I'm gonna get you an attorney. If Mr. Favre can take your case and will take it, he will do so. If he's unable to take it, Missy will find another attorney for you. And we will let you know who that attorney will be.
I could give you a list of them and hire one myself if you would like.
If you can hire one yourself, yes, I'd like you to do that. I thought you were telling me you could not afford an attorney, and
I
that's
can
why we
do
were.
pretty much a lot of things at this point and juncture.
Well, I'm not going to appoint an attorney if you have the means to financially hire an attorney.
Well, who would you be appointing if Joseph Favre is unavailable, Judge Webster?
I don't know. There is a list that Missy uses.
How would you like to give me at least 3 names of those available attorneys, please? And thank you.
Well, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna give you a court date. Missy, when is that?
How about May 30th at 3:30?
Your next court date is May 30th at 3:30, and that is again a warrant to show cause why your probation should not be revoked for the violations alleged that we went over. We're going to get you an attorney. And deputy, has bond been set for her?
I believe it's 383 cash, Judge.
Say that again. Three what?
383 cash.
Okay. Now, Miss Reeves, the bond was set, I believe, at 383 cash because that is what your balance was. And I wanted you to have an opportunity to give that money to pay off your case and complete an obligation of your probation, rather than just give it to a bondsman, as some folks will do. But you have the right to a professional surety if you want.
I don't want anything but a real meal at this point, Your Honor.
I'm going to set her bond at 1,000 professional surety, cash or professional surety. But if she wants to pay off the 383, then I would accept
83?
that.
I got that.
383. Then
I'm
I
sorry,
would-
what? Wait, what? I'm just, okay. Got it.
$1,000 cash or surety bond. But if you want to pay the 383 in lieu of the bond, I would be willing to work that out. The Kansas statutes do make a provision for that. So you can pay your case rather than a bondsman. So bond is set. Court date is set. Attorneys to be obtained. What else can we do for you before I let you go here? You have anything else? Any questions that I need to answer?
I got nothing. I have
All right.
absolutely not a thing but the clothes on my back.
Okay. Mr.
Okay,
Ms. Gillette, anything further?
I doubt it. Maybe. What's up? What's up, Jill?
Not
That
to
Bill?
judge. Thank you.
Take-
Mhm.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Reeves. You may go at this time.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, this will be ticket SP 1168151, failure to display valid operator's license. This is a misdemeanor charge, sir. Maximum penalty you face is up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fine. I'm going to set aside the arrest warrant, give you a enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and give you a personal bond. Your next court date on this will be June 12th in front of Judge Yancey for a pretrial here in 36th District Court. Now, on your other matter, this is case 0706523, State of Michigan versus Tyrone Bomar. Counsel.
Thanks, Judge Steve Benson. Good, Mayor. Glenn Bird on behalf of Tyrone Bowman. I'm trying to say right on the rights, constitutional rights.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond.
Thanks, Judge. The people have reviewed the investigative report. People would also like to note this is a 2007 case. Defendant at the time was 25 years old, which would make him approximately 40 years old right now. As a result of all of that, including what happened in this matter, the people don't object to it.
Oh, Judge.
Thank you. All right, sir, while this case is pending, you are to have no contact with Mr. Crum. Is that clear?
Who is Mr. Crum, sir?
the person you're alleged to have assaulted many years ago at the Chase Bank on Dexter, sir.
What year was that, sir? Mr. Beaumont, this is your attorney, Brandon Burr speaking. Can you hear me? I just asked a question. What year was that? Right. I understand you asking the question. I'm gonna ask a question too. Can you please exercise your right to remain silent? We got you taken care of. I'm trying to get you out of here, okay, brother?
All right.
07, I most definitely don't remember that. Okay.
All right. There is a capias in the file from 2021 at 510%. For missing a pretrial, apparently in October 2021, my former colleague gave this gentleman a $20,000 personal bond. And then there's an older capias dating back to 07, where he missed pretrial then. Sir, whether you remember this event or alleged events or not, you need to show up to court to get this case resolved and behind you. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. It's crystal clear.
Okay. Court's going to set bond at $5,000 personal. Next court date will be a pretrial in front of Judge Bryant on July 5th here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
So what if I don't have the money to bind out?
No, it's a personal bond, sir. You don't have to pay to get out. Just make sure you show up to the next hearing.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. So I'm about to leave.
July 5th. Yeah, Madam Clerk, can you redo the mix on that? They were pre-printed with the capias amount. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. There is a capias in the file from 2021 at 510%. For missing a pretrial, apparently in October 2021, my former colleague gave this gentleman a $20,000 personal bond. And then there's an older capias dating back to 07, where he missed pretrial then. Sir, whether you remember this event or alleged events or not, you need to show up to court to get this case resolved and behind you. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. It's crystal clear.
Okay. Court's going to set bond at $5,000 personal. Next court date will be a pretrial in front of Judge Bryant on July 5th here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
So what if I don't have the money to bind out?
No, it's a personal bond, sir. You don't have to pay to get out.
They more often than not suffer from hysteria, have employment opportunities fall through, and most commonly, they always start a job tomorrow. If you see or hear any of these symptoms, we strongly advise to keep walking and do not engage. Some may answer to Karen, however, we cannot confirm that all will respond to this type.
Failed to comply issued February 9th, 2023, 45 days or $500 cash bond. She was brought here from Mecosta County Jail on May 5th, 2023. And we also have case 2018 055942. Agency placed foster care versus Consuelo Kemper. And this is also a $50 a month ordered on arrears. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have. Bear with me just a second. This is, she owes $570.49 to the state, $399.50 in fees, totaling $969.99 on that case. Last payment for both was in May of 2019. And for some reason, thing did not print right for the 2018 case. I'm sorry. 2013, we received $196.33 in May of 2019, $114.53 in April of 2019, and $11.10 in 2018. In 2018, the last payment was in May of 2019. And that was $25.48. Prior contempts in both.
45,500 on both?
Correct.
All right. And ma'am, I'm the referee of the court assigned to handle these matters. At the conclusion of this hearing, I'll make a recommendation that'll become a court order. You do have the right to have a lawyer. You wish you could hire one, or I could appoint one for you, or you could proceed without and represent yourself. Do you know what you'd like to do?
No, I don't.
You don't know what you'd like to do?
I don't have enough money for a lawyer.
You want me to appoint one for you?
Yes.
All right, I'll appoint you a lawyer. Ms. Heaven will contact that lawyer and.
But I actually
we'll let
have
you know.
a question.
Well, hold on, let me finish here. Don't interrupt.
Yeah.
She'll have you brought back over and we'll have you hearing when that lawyer is available. Question.
Is there any way we can finish this today? Because like I was just telling her, I just found out about this just right now. And I only didn't pay the payments because my mother was sick.
Hold on. Do you want to have a lawyer or not? If you don't, we can.
No, it's fine to not have a lawyer.
Okay. So Ms. Heaven outlined the amount that you owe child support. Do you agree that you owe those amounts?
Yes, I agree. I owe those amounts.
Okay. and you've
Why
not
it
made a-
hadn't been
not made a
paid.
payment in 4 years, is that right?
It's been one thing after another, sir. The last time I was in here, my mom was severely sick. Since then, she has passed away. I just missed her burial last Saturday. Day before yesterday, we just buried my mom and I wasn't able to make it. I have a job with Native American Amusements in Battle Creek waiting for me. I can have my boss send you guys my whole paycheck if I'm able to get let out. Because my fiance's already arranged for me a ride back to Battle Creek. He can't pay my bonds now.
How much could he pay?
He's not gonna be able to pay any of it because he has to pay to get me a ride back there. I can pay you guys $150 within a week. And that is within a week. And
So, ma'am, your bond is $1,000 total, 500 between two cases. And you haven't made a payment in 4 years.
I'm saying I can pay you guys $150 towards my fees in a week and then make an average $200 a month to you guys every single month.
Where have you been working the last 4 years?
I haven't been working because I've had issues with my health. I've had issues with my family members getting sick. Like I said, my mom just passed away in September of last year. We just buried her yesterday and I had to miss it.
Well, that's unfortunate, but it's your own doing. You have a child support order to pay on arrears and you've not paid it. It's not like you haven't paid it in 4 months. We're talking 4 years. You can't tell me that in the last 4 years.
I understand that. I completely understand that.
To make one
And
payment. You haven't paid anything.
I am, like I said, my job's lined up. It's just waiting for me to get there. It's a year-round job. It's not like the carnival's there and then they're gone and then it's done. It's a year-round job. I can travel with the carnival.
Okay.
And I will make sure the payments are made.
Why haven't
It's
you
a
made an
cash
effort to-
job, just so you know.
Why haven't you made an effort to find a job though in the last 4 years to be able to make payments?
I've been homeless. I've been in and out of jail in Battle Creek.
For what?
There was a retail fraud for one of them, but I'm done with all that. Like she was saying, this has been in the lien since February. I just now found out about this yesterday, or not yesterday, today.
All right, well, that may be, but you could have assumed that you had a warrant if you hadn't made a payment in 4 years on your child support. This is not our first song and dance. You've been in front of me before for many things.
Correct. I'm not gonna be in front of you again, and I can promise you that.
All right, well. Now you'd had some jobs that you had talked about previous times when we had child support hearings. I think you were working at Subway one time, you were working here and there. What happened to those jobs?
Those fell through. A couple of them, they were under the table with friends and I never got paid. I've been more or less couch surfing with friends right now. I'm staying with a friend at 11 Culp Court. But I'm willing to take my whole check from Native American Amusements and send it to you guys if I'm able to be released today.
Will they advance you some of your wages?
No, they will not. But
Okay.
I could get paid within a week.
How do you know they won't? How'd you get the job?
It's my fiance's there.
You won't
I've
advance
already
your
asked
wages?
him if he can send some money up here and he said that he could not. That I would, because of the issues that my son has given, or my son, listen to me, that my fiance has given him. He said he will not pay me in advance, but he said I would get paid within a week.
Well, it's my firm belief that you've had the ability to work over these last years. You've failed to make payments. I'll lower the bond so you only have to pay 500 instead of 1,000. So 45 days on each case would be imposed with a $250 bond. You'll either serve 45 days or if 250 is paid on each case, then you can be released.
Can
Since
I
I'm
please-
the jury and not the judge, you have
Can
the
I
right to
please
object.
get out today? My mom just got buried yesterday.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And I have a job lined up and everything. I'm being real with you guys, please.
Okay, I understand that.
Because I'm gonna lose everything I own if I don't.
Well, if it's your fiance's dad, I'm sure he'll hold the job for you. So
No, not the job. Everything I own, my clothes are gonna be gone. Everything.
well, your friends wouldn't do that to you.
Yes, they will. They're supposed to be getting kicked out. I can send you my whole paycheck.
Well, maybe they'll pay your bond then. So you can
They're
object
not
to
going
my,
to.
you can object to my recommendation, have the hearing with the judge if you wish, or you can accept it. Do you know what you'd like to do?
Can I please get out today? Nobody told me about this until now.
You've known about this obligation for years. Ma'am,
I
you-
feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Well, you might, but you and the deputies will be in there and they'll provide medical care. But do you want to object to my recommendation or do you want to accept it?
There's no way that you can just let me out. I can stay in Mecosta County and live in Big Rapids if I have to.
Ms. Evans, she hasn't answered the question. I guess set up a hearing with the judge.
Okay.
You're all set for now, ma'am.
Finally, many have high sensitivity to child support or fines in arrears and avoid justice by hiding naked under vehicles and communicate using their native tongue.
Again, a very, very low child support payment amount. And yet we have not seen a payment since 2020. Mr. Gavins, why on earth can't you pay $213 a month?
At this time, like I told you last month, that I'm disabled to go work at someone's job. I was recently owning a club, and right when 2020, where the payment stopped, I think that was around the time that Sedaria, she had called a charge. Child Services is involved in this too. My child actually came to live with me around that time.
And they took her out of his custody, Your Honor, because she stated to the court that he was mistreating her.
No,
Him
Your
and his
Honor.
family was mistreated. Okay, all of that is irrelevant. What I want to know is, Mr. Gavins.
Well, right now,
If you owned a club, you should have been paying way more than $213. But based on your arrearages, I don't see where you've been paying regularly at all, because how old is this child, Ms. Bell?
She's 13.
13, yeah. You know, it would take a very long amount of time for $213 a month to accumulate into $17,000 over her 13-year lifetime. So that is not representative of a regular payment of child support.
well, the factors that you don't know, throughout the 13 years, I probably was incarcerated 6 of those years. What else? I haven't always had a job, and the club thing was something recent. It wasn't like, hey, I always had a club. And then COVID hit and business shut down.
Your Honor, child support was not established until after he was through with his incarceration, because he denied her for the first 3 years of her life.
Okay.
I mean, you have records. I was incarcerated during her life, period. However you want to put it.
Well, she says she did not approach you for child support until after you were incarcerated. That means that this money accumulated after that time.
And I also went back to prison. It's all record.
Okay, so you have to understand, I'm not going to accept that you do something, you go into prison, and that's going to be your reason for not paying child support.
No, that's the reason for the balance being high. I can't pay if I'm incarcerated.
Well, I do understand that, but it's not your daughter's fault that you're incarcerated. So, you know, she should not be the one to be punished for it. So I just want to find out, like I said, $213, you could do landscaping today.
I can't do landscaping.
Why?
I can't stand alone. Why? I have a gunshot. I can't do anything. I have a gunshot. I also have knee surgery on the opposite leg. I
Okay.
can't do no leg work. So that's why I told you I can't go get a job. I also applied for
There are
disability twice.
desk jobs that you can get. So
Huh?
there are desk jobs that you can get. There are jobs out there. It just is not the type of job that you want to do, but there are jobs available. So
Or
what
there are
is your-
jobs that I'm not equipped to do.
Well, I'm not going to say that because, you know, it's all in your head. You can train yourself to do a job. You can go to school. There are things that you could have done over all these years so that you could start paying child support. So, you know, you can't just give up and say, oh, I'm not going to do anything and I'm not going to take care of my child. If it was just you by yourself, you know, you can make choices, but you have a child that needs support. So you're going to have to step it up. So I'm going to need to see $213 by the time we meet again, which is going to be also June the 2nd. I'm not even asking you for your extra $10 towards the arrearage, but you know, but the $213 of current support, you're going to need to come up with that. It doesn't make any sense to not be able to make such a low amount of money for your child. So do you understand what you need to do?
And I also have more than one case.
Okay, another thing that's not your child's responsibility.
I also have
Carson,
my
what
other children
other-
that live with me.
Oh, so they're
My-
not, it's not a child support issue.
No, I also have other children that live with me.
No, but do
They're-
you have any other child support orders?
I don't fully understand your question. I have another case. I don't know about an order. I don't know what the
Ms.
order
Carson,
is.
can you tell me if there's anything else to be concerned about?
Checking right now.
But honestly, even if there are other children and the money is being split, I can't make it any lower than what it is.
I have 4 other children that live with me and their mother.
Okay, now the ones that live with you, I'm not gonna count those. I'm only gonna count another child support order.
I have another order in that DeKalb.
And police are looking for your vehicle traveling at an extremely high rate of speed, and they attempt to catch up with you and you crash into a house on Lazy Lane. I'm sure that caused some damage and some loss here. And you, as the police arrived, Nederland Police Department there arrived to assist with Port Neches, and then you jump a fence and you were detained after a chase. They had to chase you down there. So some kind of a relationship with a girl that apparently that went sour there.
Yes, sir.
And you forced entry into a home, unlocked the door, and then got her car keys, entered her car, and left without permission. The complainant, the lady, said, you say, if you could not work out if y'all couldn't work out the problems, then neither of you would make it home alive. Well, I'm pretty good with English, and that's a threat to harm everybody. So after a while of being at the hospital, so you're transported to the medical center, then you escape from the hospital, somehow got out of handcuffs, and were found nude underneath a truck. So that's an interesting night while on probation, with a case pending in this court. Then the next set of events happened in November. So what I don't understand is what happened in October. How did you get out of custody? Did you post a bond or something to get out?
No, sir.
No. You weren't arrested in October?
You talking about on the way to the hospital?
That night, when I just
Yeah,
talked about those
officer
facts,
The officer had me in no handcuffs.
were you arrested that evening? And
Yes, sir.
brought to jail? Okay. So you had to have posted a bond to get out of
Get
jail.
out on accusation. I understood. I was
So there
out.
was no bond.
No bond.
So there's a case. They're working on a case, apparently. And then on November 10th, which would have been 3 weeks later, they're dispatched to Prutzman Road in reference to a burglary. And apparently there's evidence that a building had been broken into. And they have surveillance camera, which showed 2 people jump a fence and are looking through drawers, cabinets, and shelving. And apparently you're one of the people. A job application you had apparently previously filled out had been recognized by the people who had been burglarized. So they go to your apartment, the police, and detain you for burglary of a building and transport you to the Jefferson County Jail. That's on November 10th.
No, sir.
Sorry, the pre-sentence report has been admitted with, I guess I should have asked you what the mistakes were. But it says officers detained you for the offense of burglary of the building and transported you to the Jefferson County Jail. That's not correct. That's not correct. And on November 11th, police are dispatched to 6550 Phelan in reference to threats being made. When residence owner returned to his apartment, he finds that it's been burglarized and property taken. And the phone charger belonged to you. You must have been the one who burglarized the apartment. After the crime was reported, the complainant here on this third occasion of events received a message. The message came from Omarion King. That's you, right? Don't act like you don't know what we're talking about. That's you, isn't it? All right. Known to be an account held by Daniel Spurlock. I'm sorry, Mr. Poindexter, do you know him?
Yes, sir.
He's a black man, is he?
No, sir.
He's not?
No, sir.
He's not. He's not African-American man?
No, sir.
You use this kind of language to talk to him, which is terrible language, insultive. You're calling him a curse word, referring, really? You refer to him with that slanderous racial epitaph?
I had 2 phones.
Yeah, is that yes or no?
No, sir.
You don't call him
No, sir.
this NIGGA word that I even hate to listen to? But it's a message.
With all due respect,
It's a message.
you see the color of my skin, so I wouldn't.
Hey, do you want to answer the question so we can move along with this hearing? Did you refer to him in that way, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Message came from Omarion King via social media, Instagram. You've already acknowledged that's you. And it says, hey, bro, look out. We both know that you snitch. So you N-word, you refer to, you blank me, and lo, gonna come through your attic tonight, just like we did today, and cut your throat. So watch you back, N-word. Well, isn't that interesting?
It wasn't me, sir. May I speak, please?
I
had 2 phones in that house.
I'm not through with you. I know you like to control your surroundings and environment, but you're going to follow the rules when you're in this court. And I'll speak and then you get to speak. If you don't want to follow the rules, we will gag you. Do you understand? So you don't interrupt rudely. Is that clear? It's real simple. Your response to the probation office about all of this. To be real with you, I was not having the best day. I did not think before I did anything that day, and I regret it. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nobody get in trouble. We'd live happily together. But in each of these cases, you failed on each of those. And that's all law is based on 1, 2, or all 3 of those. And most importantly, that last one, respect each other. You better learn to respect each person. Everybody is entitled to respect, and you don't belittle a race by using it as a derogatory term when you're trying to insult somebody. That's atrocious behavior and unacceptable in an enlightened society that you're supposed to be living in. All right. Anything else? Do much better. If you don't, you'll be back. And, I'm not going to be as happy to see you back if you fail. So,
Even though things may seem bleak, We may be closer to a cure than we previously thought in years past. However, please like this video and subscribe to Time Served, and never miss these public service announcements. Again, this is a public service announcement, and we strongly advise following the law, so you may never have to go up against our heroes like Judge Simpson, Manning, and Stevens. We hope you enjoyed this video. You have been served.